Dad was a very, very successful businessman. The two of them together, we lost Mom a couple of years ago, but the two of them together were such a great partnership. And again, as I grew up and got into business for myself, guess what? When I finally wanted to get into business for myself, that was, again, the little A&W. I wanted to purchase that after working for the McDonald's people. Guess where I had to go to get money to do that? It wasn't a bank. Not too many bankers are interested in lending money to somebody that doesn't have any money. Well, you know where I went. I went to talk to Dad, my partner, my buddy. Well, I remember that day so vividly. It was back, they were living in Madison at the time. And I was working for McDonald's, and I gave Dad a call, and I said, Dad, can I come over and see you? And Dad said, sure. He knew why I wanted to come over to see him. I know he did. And I went over to see them that night, and Mom's on the couch reading the paper and watching TV, and Dad's sitting at the kitchen table playing solitaire. And I guarantee you, if we called him up right now, down in Naples, Florida, he'd be sitting at that kitchen table playing solitaire. Well, I went in, sat down with Dad, and I said, Dad, let's buy the little A&W back in Sauk City, Wisconsin that we once owned. And it took my dad about 5 seconds to say, yes, let's do it, being the entrepreneur that he is. And I don't know how old Dad was at that time, probably mid-60s, probably not much older than I am right now. My mother thought she was retired. She was crying, holy hell, excuse my language. But she got outvoted 2-1. And Dad and I, we purchased the A&W back again and run it as a family. Well, that's kind of been our life, kind of an abnormal life because, you know, we've always been serving others while they've been on their vacations or, you know, doing whatever. That's been our family life. We've worked together as a family. We've had fun as a family. And, you know, I cherish those moments. I really do. My mom and dad have taught me so many wonderful lessons. In spite of the challenges my dad had, in spite of my mom's non-entrepreneurism, they have taught me so many lessons. And these are the lessons that I share as well with my franchise partners and my managers. And the number one lesson they always taught me, although they didn't say it to me, but they did it by example, do the right thing. Just plain do the right thing. You know, that's a pretty vague statement. That can mean a whole bunch of things. But we have to make so many decisions in our personal lives and in our business lives. And I don't, in my business life, I don't like to make a decision just because of money. Just because it may make me more money if I do this than if I do this. Yet I know this is the right thing to do. Mom and Dad taught me to make the right decision. And too often in the business world, we don't make that right decision. We make it because it makes us more money. I believe in making investments. And making this decision over here, the right decision, you know, I believe is an investment. And that's what I've tried to do over my life. Oh yeah, I've made tons of mistakes and made the wrong decisions at times. But you know what? I'll try and correct that when I know I've made that mistake.